Welcome to 13th Planet. I'm your leader, Jason X. Today I will not be doing a movie review. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Now before I get into that, I just want to personally thank my 13th Planet family and the horror community. Everyone has been super supporting and welcoming to me and my channel. I have a lot of love for you guys and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. So I recently had somebody reach out to me asking me who I thought the scariest killer out of the original 5 OGs were, and that would be Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Leatherface, Freddy Krueger, and Chucky. I thought it would make for a good video and an interesting conversation with my horror community. Now I have to say it was not an easy choice by any means. You know, they're all amazing in their own way. Each of these characters have scared me in a different way at different points in my life. But after some thought, I came to the conclusion, and the winner was, drum roll, please, Jason Voorhees. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking, and let me be clear, my choice had nothing to do with my channel. My real name happens to be Jason, my favorite number has always been 13, and that's how I came up with that, but that's for another video. If we're talking about which of these movies is my favorite, that would be a different answer, and again, that would be for another time and for a different video. But, in my opinion, who is the scariest out of these 5? If I had one of these chasing me, it would definitely be Jason Voorhees. And let's talk about why. Let's start with his childhood. I would say he's probably had the worst childhood out of the 5. He was born deformed, made fun of by the other kids for his physical appearance, and he was drowned. I would say that even on a psychological level, that he was scarred. Now some of you will argue that in Friday the 13th, in the end scene, that it was a dream and he didn't come back as a child, and I'm not here to say whether that was true or false, but he did grow up, that much is apparent, which tells me that he was out in the woods surviving on his own, and judging by how big our boy was as an adult, I would argue that our boy was eating well, which leads me again to believe he's an amazing hunter. If you see how he kills people, he does kill people in the most ways and the most creative. So he's an amazing hunter, and he was out there in the woods catching his own food, which means he's also good at stealth. I'll tell you, he didn't get that big eating berries. Now, in the 2009 version, he has all those underground tunnels, which leads me to believe he is intelligent. He can come up with a game plan to catch his prey. So we have this apex predator hunter who is good at stealth, and he's built like an ox. He's big and muscular from the beginning. Our boy gets up to 6'5", 275 pounds. Now some can argue that Michael Myers gets up to 6'7", 255 pounds in the Rob Zombie version, but do we really want to count that? Do we? I'm just kidding. I didn't completely hate the Rob Zombie Halloween movies, but I know in general, a lot of people did hate those more out of any other of the movies in the franchise. But Michael is only big and towering in those versions. Usually, in general, he's average size. Jason is big and wide in all his movies. He also has that creepy walk, you know, like Michael, you know, that scary ass walk that no matter how much you try to run, he's always right behind you, walking right on your ass. But the difference is, Jason actually runs too, which makes him scarier in my opinion. This man's like a lineman coming at you. He's a hybrid. He runs in part 2, part 3, and part 4, and I think he might run in the 2009 version as well, but I'm not 100%, it's been a while. Now let's take a look at our boy running. He was running. Lieutenant Dan, I scream. Now let's talk about how he kills people. His kills are the most brutal and his numbers are towering. I was curious as to who had the most kills, so I did a little bit of research and this is what I found out. From least to greatest, we have Leatherface with 31 kills, Freddy Krueger with 35, Chucky with 67, Michael Myers with 121, and Jason Voorhees with 161. This man is literally a killing machine. Let's take a look at some of my favorite kills that again just show how powerful this man is. He stabs someone in front of a tree, his machete goes and comes straight out of the other side. In part 6, he punches through someone's body and takes out their heart. In part 8, he punches Julia's head right off. In part 3, he smashes someone's skull with his bare hands. In part 7, everyone's favorite sleeping bag kill, where he just picks up a whole body and swings it like a baseball bat. Freddy vs. Jason, he folds a whole bed in half with a man inside and makes himself a sandwich. On top of having the most kills and having the most creative, let's talk about all his weapons of choice. Now, he is iconic for his machete, we can't deny that, but let's take a look at how skilled and creative he is with other weapons. We have an ice pick, a barbed wire, a hammer claw, a spear, a knitting needle, a pitchfork, a spear gun, electrocution, a fire poker, a corkscrew, an axe. He's drowned people, he's killed people with a tree and the sleeping bag, as I mentioned before, a sickle, an electric guitar, a syringe. He's possessed people to death, a car door, liquid nitrogen, fire, bow and arrow, and that's just to name a few. This man is a skilled assassin. Now the last thing on my list we have his half human, half supernatural, half zombie aspect. You do the math. The man is a fucked up killing human until he's killed, then he becomes some sort of supernatural zombie who dies multiple times and just keeps coming back. You can't defeat this man. Then the creepiest factor is the man has been to hell and back. He's experienced the worst, darkest, most evil place known to man, and he just comes back. Hell is just a vacation spot at this point. He goes down there for a tan and he comes back for more chaos. I'm sure that adds to his crazy. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's gonna wrap up my list for this episode. I'm curious to see how some of you, how some of you other horror fans out there feel about my reasons. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Please leave your insight in the comment section. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll have another video coming for you guys soon. If you have any movie requests or you just want to reach out, or if you want to just talk about today's topic, you can find me at Jason13Planet. Please like and share this video. And if you enjoyed it, please subscribe. Please join me next week on 13 Planet, where we love you just the way you are.